Headlines. The Ethiopian Communication Authority said that it was resuming its search for a new competitor. Jigra Chemicals partners with US firm to launch soil-enhancing products in Ethiopia. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Absalom Demtekka from African Renaissance Television Services with tonight's news. Stay tuned. The ECA said that it was resuming its search for a new competitor. The ECA began this process in September of 2021, but suspended it in December, saying that it has received concerns and requests from several prospective bidders to delay the process. Melona Kase has more details.
Balcha Reba, Director General of the ECA, said this process is a continuation of the first successful transaction that ensured the entry of a private sector operator in the telecommunications sector in Ethiopia. Interested parties have a month from November 16 until 16 December 2022 to provide their comments. The ECA is calling this full service license License B, as the incumbent Ethio Telecom existed before the ECA and License A went to the Safaricom-dominated global partnership for Ethiopia. The Ethiopian government was planning to sell a 40% stake in Ethio Telecom to a private sector investor, with Orange often tipped as the likeliest candidate, but it put that on hold. The ECA did not give any clear reason for resuming the search for a new competitor, but one reason could be the prospect of peace in the northern province of Tigray.
Jigra Chemicals has partnered with a US firm to bring a soil-enhancing product to Ethiopia. The launch follows the signing of an agreement between two companies in September of 2021, allowing the Jigra to have the exclusive right to distribute and sell Apex 10 in Ethiopia. Milona Kasai has more details.
Apex 10, an American-made environmentally friendly and soil-enhancing product approved for commercial use in Ethiopia. The product significantly reduces fertilizer consumption and improves water retention, the U.S. Embassy in Addis Ababa says in a statement. The embassy's Deputy Chief of Mission, Fiona Evans, joined the Special Advisor to the Minister of Agriculture, Sleshi Getahun, and Girma Aberra from the Agricultural Transformation Agency to launch Apex 10 on Wednesday. Apex 10 has been tested and used across Africa and has been proven to reduce the need for fertilizer and water while improving yields, the statement reads.
It's a type of booster that is mixed with the fertilizer so that the plant can be strong and helps the plant absorb more nutrients from the soil. It reduces the amount of water and fertilizers used because this booster makes the plant use the nutrients and water found in the soil effectively. We plan to distribute it across the four corners of the country. We visited places, made our assessments, we've consulted experts and distributors, farmers as well, so we plan on distributing it everywhere in the country. We ordered 4 containers. This is a trial order. Once we've gathered enough data, we will order more every 2 or 3 months depending on how much is needed. We're trying to reduce the usage of fertilizers by farmers. As you know, fertilizers have become quite expensive. So if we integrate this booster with fertilizers, it decreases the amount of fertilizers that will be ordered by 40% to 50%. It will also solve water problems for farms found in dry areas. So considering all these things, we will definitely begin our work in full after 3 or 4 months. It depends on the type of plant. As you've seen the research earlier, they indicate different growth rates depending on the type of plant. Wheat production can grow up to 31%. It helps roots of plants grow by 9 to 16%. The main focus is on the roots. It helps the roots absorb nutrients in the soil more, and it regulates their waters as well. So even though it depends on the type of plant, since it focuses on growing the roots, as I told you, the production for wheat can grow by 31%, beans by 49%, and tomatoes by 13 to 14%. Dr. Freu Tagenya, Bahardar University's president, has gotten an award from the Japanese ambassador. The Japanese ambassador to Ethiopia, Her Excellency Ito Takako, handed over the award to Dr. Freu on Monday in a ceremony held in Bahardar City. Melona Kase has more details.
Dr. Frey was a driving force for the signing of the Memorandum of Understanding in 2008 for academic cooperation between Bahardar University and Tottori University, one of the highly acclaimed universities in Japan. The cooperation has paved the way for more than 25 professors from Bahardar University to visit Japan.
The Nigerian federal government is planning a bank guarantee for the Nigeria-Ethiopia deal. The federal government is planning to provide bank guarantees for the proposed Nigeria-Ethiopian deal, the court papers seen by The Punch have reported. Milona Kasai has more details.
The Federal High Court, Lagos Judicial Division, on Tuesday had issued an order of interim injunction restraining the federal government from executing the proposed establishment of the national carrier, otherwise dubbed Nigeria Air. About 8 local airlines and their associations took the federal government to court on Friday, listing Nigerian Air, Ethiopian Airlines, Minister of Aviation, Hadi Sirka, and the Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, as defendants. Among other issues, the indigenous airlines had lodged a complaint to the court to ask the government to allow all airlines a level playing ground, stating that the federal government planned to bank guarantee Ethiopian Airlines and by extension Nigeria Air was unfair.
Nigeria's poverty exceeds the World Bank's projections. The National Bureau of Statistics has disclosed that 133 million Nigerians are multidimensionally poor. Milona Kasai has more on the matter.
In its latest National Multidimensional Poverty Index report launched on Thursday, the NBS said that 63% of Nigerians were poor due to a lack of access to health, education, living standards, employment, and security. The Multidimensional Poverty Index offers a multivariate form of poverty assessment, identifying deprivations across health, education, living standards, work, and shocks. The Statistician General of the Federation and CEO of the NBS, Semu Adeniran, said this was the first time the Bureau would conduct a standard multidimensional poverty survey in Nigeria.
Ebola vaccine candidates expected to be shipped to Uganda next week. 3 Ebola vaccine candidates for a planned clinical trial are expected to be shipped to Uganda next week, the World Health Organization Director General Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus have said on Wednesday. Milona Kasai has more on the matter.
The candidates include vaccines under development by the University of Oxford and Serum Institute of India, Sabin Vaccine Institute, International AIDS Vaccine Initiative, and Merck & Co., Inc. The Global Health Agency's Committee of External Experts has evaluated and agreed to include all 3 vaccine candidates in the planned trial, Tedros said.
A revolutionary type 1 diabetes drug has been approved in the US. A game-changing immunotherapy drug proven to delay the development of type 1 diabetes has been approved by regulators in the USA. Milona Kasai has more on the matter.
Experts say teblizumab marks a new era in treatment, tackling the root cause of conditions for the first time rather than just the symptoms. It works by reprogramming the immune system to stop it mistakenly attacking pancreatic cells which produce insulin. It is likely to pave the way for approval decisions in other countries. About 8.7 million people have type 1 diabetes worldwide. In the UK, the condition affects 400,000 people, including more than 29,000 children. 19,998 people are living with type 1 diabetes in Ethiopia.
Republicans capture control of the House after failing short of their midterm expectations. With a victory in California, Republicans captured the 218 House seats required to take a narrow majority and frustrate President Biden's agenda. In Los Angeles, Karen Bass became the first woman elected as a mayor of the nation's second largest city. Milona Kasai has more on the matter.
Republicans secured a slender majority in the House of Representatives on Wednesday, a delayed yet consequential finish to the 2022 midterm elections that will reorder the balance of power in Washington, and it's expected to effectively give the party a veto on President Biden's agenda for the next 2 years. After more than a week of vote counting, the Republican Party formally captured the 218 House seats needed to claim the majority after just 4 years out of power. The outcomes in 6 close races that remain undecided will determine the final size of a slim Republican majority that will be far narrower than party leaders had expected, though Republicans still cheered the achievement.
These were all the news we had for you for tonight. Once again, I'm Yapsirandum Tekka from African Renaissance Television Services. Thank you for watching.